folks, welcome to the Spankey Guitar YouTube channel. We're going to be continuing our Battle Burst series. For those of you that have seen my previous videos, we started a Battle Burst series where we put Gibson and Epiphone against one another, and just to sort of illustrate the differences in tone, the pickups, how they sound in comparison to one another. So nothing too in-depth, but we have started some other competitions such as tuning stability. There's going to be some sustain tests coming up, so stay tuned for that. I encourage you to subscribe. But for this round, in the meantime, we have two tobacco bursts, Gibson and Epiphone. Well, technically this one is the Epiphone 1959 version. It's the color is dark aged burst is what they call it, but it's essentially a tobacco burst, you know, a dark similar to the Gibson. This one is a 2020 Gibson Les Paul Tribute, and 2020 has Clouson tuners. This one is a 2021 Epiphone 1959, also with Clouson tuners. This one has an Indian Laurel fretboard. This one has the rosewood fretboard. Now I wonder if that will make a difference. However, this one has a modification, so it is going to be a little bit unfair in that I recently put in a Seymour Duncan JB SH4 brand new bridge into this guy, and you know, this is all just for documenting the sound of different guitars, and you know, there's no real winner in these guys. They're both winners in my eyes, but you know, to keep things interesting, we'll continue with our Battle Burst series. This one is they're both mahogany bodies with maple caps. This one is a plain top, the Gibson. This one has a AAA flamed veneer top, but it also does have a full maple cap as well. I did a full review of this 1959 in a previous upload. If you're welcome to check that out. I also did an in-depth review of this Gibson Les Paul Tribute 2020. And so let's take it from there, folks. I'm just going to be featuring a few clean tones, some distorted tones from both the neck pickups, both the bridge pickups, and so hope you enjoy and stay for the show. Okay, so before we get started, for those of you that are not familiar with the Epiphone 1959, I'll just quickly go over what's in the pickups. So in the neck we have a Gibson Burstbucker 2, and in the bridge is a Burstbucker 3. And I did some previous resistance readings, and just to recap, if you guys didn't see my full review on this one, the neck pickup reading is 8.08, and the Burstbucker 3 bridge is 8.48. And now for the Tribute, in the neck is a 490T, and that resistance reading is 7.63, and the Seymour in the bridge is doubled in all of them, so it's 16 something. I forget what the actual number is. Anyhow, yeah, it's double, so it's a little bit of an unfair comparison, but you know, that could be said for any guitar. Unless you're shooting out two exact same pickups in the exact same guitars, you know, there's a lot of things that come into play when you're doing these types of comparisons. But you know, this is just to get an idea. If you're looking to get an Epiphone, this video will help you decide on on how it looks, how it sounds, the whole package. Same with the Gibson Les Paul Tribute. Maybe you're in the market to get a Les Paul Tribute and you want to know how this guy sounds. This one's the tobacco burst, as I mentioned. I call it the burnt burst. just to mention, there has been no modifications done to the Epiphone 59 whatsoever. Um, some of my subscribers will have already known what I did. What I did to the Gibson Tribute, as I did a slight. Just gonna put this up here for a second. These are getting heavy. What I did to this one is I swapped out the plastics for that were on my 2021 Gibson Les Paul Studio, and that one had the cream and or the white plastics. So I swapped both. I swapped the black that was on that one and put it on here, and I think it fits it, it suits it better. And the white on the Les Paul Studio looks better now to me. But so some of you will have already heard me say that probably more than a couple times, but for the new viewers, just a little because if you're going to get the Les Paul Tribute, you're not going to be able to find one with black plastics unless you know buy them yourself and swap them. And same with the knobs. These black speed knobs came from the 2021 Studio. However, they do make a studio version of this exact same sort of format and layout with a tobacco burst, black plastics, black knobs, studio version. But that one would have the full nitro cover or full nitro finishing. Here's the back. This one is just a satin finish. Actually, same with this one here. The 59 is a satin finish as well. It's very, there's a slight difference where this has the open grain back and front and sides. Has the exposed maple cap. I've showed that to you guys before. But this one, the Epiphone here, the 59, has more of a nice smooth satiny finish, and they say the reason they did that was to give it more of a worked in feel. You know how guitars, once they get older, they lose their glossiness and their shine, and they become more sort of dull. So I think that's what the goal of the finish, the satin finish of this guy is. So it's nice. It's a good alternative to the high gloss of you know, the higher Les Paul models. It's nice to have these guys too. Nice fast neck. This neck, by the way, is a maple neck, mahogany body, as I mentioned. But the maple neck has really doesn't affect me at all. I don't mind having a maple neck. All my guitars here, they all have mahogany bodies and necks. So it's nice to have a guitar that's, you know, that's a little bit different with the maple neck. Here's the serial number. Made in USA. Like I said, Kluson tuners. And let's show the back of the Epiphone before we get to the demos. Gold top hat knobs, gold bell knobs, I mean. This one has the thumb bleeders, the pointers. They're not very sharp, so they're not going to actually puncture your skin like the old Les Pauls. I think the original thumb bleeders actually did make your thumb bleed, but these are rounded off, so they're fairly safe. This one has the beveled, non-beveled pick guard, where in 1959 that was the one of the specs was that well, I guess they just cut out the pick guard or the scratch plate, and over the years they ended up beveling them. Is my assumption, to make it look a little more fancier. And lo and behold, 40 years later, or I mean 60 years later, they go back to just a straight edge pickguard. So anyhow, that's just a little little fact. And here's the back of the Epiphone 59. Serial number 2021. When I did my review, I was trying to read this. It's very small printing or embossing. I thought it said Gibson, but these actually say Epiphone Deluxe. I thought it said Gibson, but they're pretty close to actual Gibson tuners. So pretty nice. And now here in Canada, this one is $1,099, and the Gibson Tribute is $1,499. And I guess you guys can do the math whichever country you guys are in. Just use the currency converter, or just check out your local pricing guide for Les Pauls. Okay, I'm just gonna get set up here with the mics, so just give me a second. Okay, so we'll start off with the Epiphone 59. Just gonna do a few chords between each guitar, and then we'll add some dirty channel. This is the neck. Middle. All the tones are, everything is on 10. Okay, we're back with the Epiphone. Just gonna do a couple of chords with this, and then we'll do a couple of chords with the Gibson. Well, that's that, folks. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're in the market for a affordable Gibson Les Paul, the Gibson Tribute is a good option, or the Epiphone. This is the top of the line of Epiphone's models right now. Just under the Slash model, which was just announced a few days ago, or last week, and so yeah, if you want a top of the line Epiphone or a Gibson Les Paul that doesn't have all the bells and whistles, that are in relatively the same price range, well, given a few hundred off, but anyhow, hope you enjoyed the video, and please subscribe for more. I'm going to be doing some additional comparisons and versus series with these two particular models, and go from there. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.